Alright, and alright, now I'm gonna get Amos 8 and 11. Alright, because that with that is gonna come the famine of the word. Alright, so all of you that like want us to like get off the block, alright, are you gonna have your wish one day, like that like there's this movie about that false like rapture doctrine, like it came out back in the late 60s, around like the 70s. You should check it out. It's called like Thief in the Night, where like there was like half the people, they were like repenting, and the other half, they were like scoffers, or they were like lukewarm. All right, and one day, all right, when that so-called like rapture came, like all the like all the people that believed, like they just like disappeared out of thin air, and they were nowhere to be found. All right, and everyone else was like left to fend for themselves. All right, that video, sorry, that movie, like even though it came out in the 60s and 70s, it has like it has a chip, the mark of the beast, in it. All right, because I don't remember, it was either in the guy's like forehead or in the or in his hand. All right, and like he was being, this guy, like this couple, they were being controlled to like round up people who didn't have the mark of the beast yet. All right, so even that, they were right, the elites were even like pushed. For those of you that like scoff about the chip, are you pretty much like you have no idea what's going on. All right, Amos 8 and 11. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord power, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord. All right, so that. All right, so it's going to be it's going to be a spiritual famine, all right, of the word. Like you're not going to all right, we go out like during like both days of the weekend. So like you pretty much like you have more than you have more than one chance, all right, to like get sealed, get edified, or get that knowledge. But once that internet cuts off, once the internet cuts off and the martial law like is like comes into effect, all right, that's not going to be the case. All right, even like back in the day, because there were like when they would, like back a couple years back, there were people would get into the habit of like constantly like flagging and deleting, like having like brothers like videos and channels like deleted on a regular basis. So like one brother's channel, like it would have like all this like edification for you, but like then like the next day or the next week, like it would be gone. So you would have to like get as much like edification and knowledge as you can, like because you never knew like whether or not like like that next day or a few days later, right, that channel would be like deleted. Right, and you know, on a carnal level, I mean with all this like so-called like free speech, like you would think that like if someone gets offended by something, like even like just turn the fucking channel, don't watch it. All right, but we know through like that's only through the spirit, because all right, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, they have that they open the door and they shut it, and like who's ever meant to like be in and out, like that's, you know, it's a done deal. All right, so yeah, that's how that goes. All right, verse 12. And they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord, and shall not find it. Like they'll like if they can't find, like maybe they'll think that maybe they'll be like typing it in, typing all these because it's even hard enough to find like if you want to like manually find like certain GMS channels and videos, they make it like harder for you. But how much harder then, like when they actually like start like deleting videos on like all when that internet kill switch, or when they slowly but surely, alright, just snatch up channels at random. Alright, verse 13. In that day shall the fair virgins and young men faint of thirst. Alright, because this truth is living waters. Alright, and alright, that faint, like they're going to alright, they're going to be like left out like high and dry. Alright, and another thing is, like right now, like the real men of the Lord, alright, they don't the reason why there's so many false like Israelite groups is because certain leaders, they branch off and then they sell out. Alright, and whether it be, and it's mostly the elites. Alright, but alright, here's alright, this is Isaiah, alright, 30:7. For the Egyptians shall help in vain, and to no purpose. Therefore have I cried concerning this. Their strength is to sit still. Now go, write it before them in a table, and note it in a book, that it may be for the time to come, forever and ever. Alright, and alright, that's going on like right now. Alright, we're actually reading through like the volume of that book. Alright, that this is a rebellious people, lying children that will not hear the law of the Lord. Alright, because it's talking about the children of Israel. Alright, would say to the seers, see not. Alright, sometimes like we'll have people like come up to the camp. Like there was this one guy, like this one Judite, like you know, on a carnal level, like he's, you know, he's what you so-called call like cool. And like even I think the Mississippi camp was saying this, like there was this guy that we kicked out. He was cool, but cool doesn't cut it. Alright, but the thing is, like he's always like trying to get us to like tone it down. Alright, it's like, you know, the so-called white man's going to slavery, but you don't have to tell him like that. You know, like you don't have to tell him like that. You don't have to be mean to him, things like that. Alright, but alright, they just want, alright, they don't, like they're uncomfortable by like people who stir things up like in righteousness. Alright, calling people out like on their wickedness. They don't like that. And they don't like to hear that like America's gonna like be destroyed. Alright, because that's just going to like shut down everything that they want to do. Alright, they don't as far as like it's like making it, being successful, being famous. Alright, whatever wickedness, whatever profane wickedness outside of the truth that they want to do, they don't want to find out that they can't do that anymore. Alright, Isaiah 30:9, that this is a rebellious people, lying children that will not hear the law of the Lord, which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceits. Alright, all those alright, so that shows you that alright, the truth of the scriptures is contrary to alright, things that actually like sound good and feel good. Alright, what do you mean I can't eat bacon? Alright, alright, this like she's married, but she's feeling me. Like we have this thing that alright, and his husband's not hitting it right. That's adultery. Alright, you can get put to death for that. Alright, but that's alright, that's just common. Alright, these fucking bitches out here that want to like test the waters and shit. Alright, and on like everything like everything that's Actually, I'm just going to get a Proverbs 17. It's better to let the scriptures speak and all it. Alright. It's Proverbs 17 and 15. He that justifieth the wicked, and he that condemneth the just, even they both are abomination to the Lord. Alright, so those and they don't. Alright, as far as like saying like who's what's good and evil is like twisted. Alright, so alright, basically like if you demonize the real men of the Lord, alright, then that's alright, then alright, the Lord's gonna deal with you like for doing that.